On March 6, 1974, a 25-year-old Sioux Falls woman vanished from her home. For nearly 50 years, Ellabeth Lodemayer's disappearance has remained a mystery. Both investigators and her family believe that she was murdered by her estranged husband, who is no longer alive. In tonight's Keloland Investigates Cold Cases, Angela Kennecke looks into what led up to her vanishing and the ongoing search for Ellabeth's remains.
Augustana graduate Ellabeth Lodemeyer had just started her career as a social worker before disappearing into thin air.
She had a hell of a future in front of her, and she was just an unbelievable lady.
Jerry Thomas met Ellabeth some 49 years ago.
I was working down here in Sioux Falls selling insurance and met Ellabeth at the pump room one night. This was an automatic like, in a heartbeat. We just hit it off.
It was the very same day that Ellabeth had filed for divorce from her husband, Gene.
He pushed the envelope on a lot of different things, and she shared some of them with me over a period of time.
Kind of creepy things.
Unbelievable.
According to court filings, Jean had mentally and physically abused her, even beating her with her own shoe.
Was she afraid of Jean?
Yes.
Terrified?
I would say right close.
As her new boyfriend, what kind of position did that put you in?
Protective mode.
Ellabeth was ready to move on with Jerry.
We talked about a future. The divorce was supposed to have been final shortly. We were looking at a house right here in Sioux Falls. And then everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Something Ellabeth told Jerry always stuck with him.
She had commented more than once, "You're not going to take anything away from him. That's his." So when she wanted to leave, he felt that that was his. You're not going to take that away from me.
Jerry was in his hometown of Redfield on that day in 1974 when the Lodemeyers' divorce was to be final. Police were called to Ellabeth's house on North Indiana Avenue.
There was a loaf of bread that hadn't been cooked, so it had risen and fallen. There was a half-eaten pizza that was there, as well as some flour spilled on the floor.
Ellabeth was nowhere to be found. Detective Pat MERTES picked up this cold case 6 years ago. He says Jean was the main suspect in her disappearance.
Why was he never charged?
Investigators and the state's attorney's office at the time didn't feel that it was strong enough to do that.
There was no body and no murder weapon. However, Jean was given a lie detector test.
He failed the lie detector test.
My understanding from that is that the results were indication of deception.
He lied?
Yes.
But that wasn't enough to charge him with anything?
No.
Jean Lodemeyer sued the city of Sioux Falls for harassment by police during their investigation into Ellabeth's disappearance. He lost. Jean racked up criminal charges following Ellabeth's disappearance, from shoplifting to vandalism, eventually getting a 45-year prison sentence for grand theft. During that 1989 case, he was accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill several people involved, including 2 police officers and the judge. Those charges were eventually dropped. Jean was paroled in 2002 and died at home in 2013. 7 months following her disappearance, Ellabeth's credit cards turned up at a train station in Manitoba, Canada.
It seems that they were planted there on purpose with intention to throw the investigation off.
Then, in 1992, 18 years after she vanished, Ellabeth's wallet and checkbook turned up along the Big Sioux River just east of Sioux Falls. In 2019, new leads in the case led investigators back to that area. Keloland Investigates has learned that Jean Lodemeyer used to visit that site with his girlfriend and leave her in the car while he disappeared out of sight for quite some time.
The reason we're looking out the river is there's several indicators that something may be out there.
Her body?
That's what we believe.
Dogs trained to find decomposed bodies indicated 2 areas of interest near the river. You can see those areas marked in red in these photos. However, they still did not locate Ellabeth's remains.
The problem is, a dog isn't like a pinpoint on GPS. We could be a foot off from where we were digging, so we're still looking at other options and still haven't closed out on that site yet.
A crew returned to this site last fall and began digging in several spots, sifting through the dirt for bone fragments. Ellabeth's family was invited to observe the search.
I really believe she is out there. We just need to find the right spot. Over the years, the things have changed out there, and it's just, who knows where she's at.
We'll obviously explore that site some more, hopefully do some more exploratory digging, try to bring in some more resources. It's a very rough terrain, so things such as ground penetrating radar, things like that, aren't really an option.
Investigators say they are looking into other locations as well.
I feel like somebody knows something, and I just want them to come forward, and so we can have closure. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is we want closure. We want to know where she's at so we can take her and put her where she belongs.
Ellabeth's niece, Elizabeth Crow, holds onto all of the memorabilia of her aunt since the death of her mother, Ellabeth's sister. There is one memento she holds most dear.
This was a gift that she had received from Jerry. It's special. It means that it's part of Ellabeth, and I get to wear it, and it meant a lot that she wanted me to have it, especially because I was so young when she disappeared.
Do you think you'll ever have all the answers in this case?
I sure hope so, but I think if we find her, a lot of stuff will fall into place, and we'll have a lot of those answers just through finding her. But at the end of the day, finding her is kind of that big answer that we want.
You have never given this up.
No.
Why not?
Her parents. Bottom line.
You do this for her parents.
Yeah, and myself, but also Mom and Dad.
Jerry made sure that even though they haven't found her body, Ellabeth has a gravestone in Aberdeen next to her parents and hopes to eventually bury her remains there if they are ever found. Investigators say as recently as the last couple of months, tips have come in on this cold case.